Hello, I'm Matthew Conner. Today I'm going to review the new TaylorMade SIM Driver. At first look, the finish is a bit more dull than the M5, but the carbon textured crown is more noticeable. There are three SIM heads, the SIM Max and the SIM Max D. The SIM head is the most adjustable, so I'm going to give this one a go today. Now I am into a strong breeze, so I would have thought the readings at the end would be a bit short on the distance. Alright, first go. Oops, that was an absolute shocker to start with. Let's quickly hit another one straight away and actually try and concentrate a bit more on this one. Alright, come on, better swing. Oh, that's a great strike. And the ball's just flown off the club face. Now, as you can imagine from TaylorMade, there is loads of technology and changes. New head design keeps the driver looking very similar to the M5, but on the sole there are new inventions. The asymmetric sole design and the inertia generator combined improves the aerodynamics and club speed in the downswing to increase distance. So I'll be interested to look at the data at the end of the review. So now I'm going to check the forgiveness. I'm going to hit three balls. I'm going to hit one from the toe, one from the heel and one from the bottom and see how the club performs. I'm going to start with the one off the toe first. Now there were some extreme mishits on those ones, so it'll be interesting to see the data towards the end to see how far the ball's travelled. The twist face and inertia generator helps with mishits, and I must admit the flights did end up fairly straight. The twist face curvature reduces side spin on mishits, and the inertia generator positions weight at the extreme rear to increase the forgiveness. So now I'm going to grab a ball from the creative bag and just see how easy it is to shape the ball. What shot have I selected? Big fade. So it's not one of my favourites, but we'll give it a go. Alright, let's try and get a bit of movement left to right. Oh, I've actually struck that really well and I've got some good movement. Now, to be honest, I thought with the twist face it may be difficult to shape the ball, but with a good centre strike it wasn't a problem. As I mentioned before, there are three SIM driver heads that have progressively higher faces, the SIM being the lowest and the SIM Max D the largest. So without testing, I'm guessing that they're designed more for forgiveness and less manoeuvrability than the SIM head. So now I'm just going to focus on hitting some good shots. Let's try and get some good flights through this wind. Oh, that's my best yet. And that really is a good flight. And the ball just seems to just zoom off the club face. Each SIM driver head has been individually calibrated and has had the twist face injected to help reach the maximum legal limit of ball speed. Is without the injection, the heads would not comply. So I'm going to have a few more just to finish with. I've got tees and balls all over the floor here. Right, let's have another good swing. That's not one of my best of hits, but the flight's still okay. Now, as you can see, the head has a multi-material construction. This helps to create a head design where weight is positioned precisely in the head for a low centre of gravity and high MOI. The inertia generator is angled to reduce drag on the downswing, and that's where the SIM Driver gets its name, Shape in Motion. So let's have another one. Let's try and have a better swing than the last one. That was slightly better, but it's still not my best. Now, as you can imagine with TaylorMade, there is adjustability. There is a sliding weight towards the front of the sole, and this helps to optimise the ball flight, as you can adjust the draw and fade bias up to 20 degrees either way. And what's been around for a long time is the loft sleeve, which helps to adjust the trajectory and the face angle down to 2 degrees lower. This makes the club play 2 degrees flat and 4 degrees open and reduces the spin by 400 revs, and up to 2 degrees higher in loft. This makes the club play 2 degrees flat and increases the spin by 400 revs. So I'm going to have one more shot to finish with. Let's try and make this one a good one. Oh, that's a much better shot. And I'll definitely finish with that one. Other bits of technology are still around. The through slot speed pocket and the inverted cone technology helps to increase sole flexibility to help increase ball speed. And the inverted cone helps to expand the sweet spot on miss hits. So now I'm going to check the readings. Looking at the data, my launch angle seemed a bit lower than normal, so I think I would need to mess around with the loft sleeve to increase the launch. As I mentioned earlier, the wind would probably kill the distance, but actually the overall distance was okay considering. And really what's impressed me the most is how low the spin rate was with all the shots, barring the one from the heel. The SIM Driver has a 460cc head and comes in 8 degrees, 9 and 10.5 in right hand and left hand, but it's not available in 8 degrees left hand. The swing weight is generally D4, but with the hazardous smoke green, the swing weight is D5. The hazardous comes in stiff and extra stiff and weighs in around 61 to 62 grams. This creates a low launch and low spin. The other stock shaft is the Mitsubishi Diamana 5 Limited 60. It's available in regular stiff and extra stiff. This weighs in between 60 and 66 grams and promotes a mid-launch and mid-low spin. And the shaft length comes in 45 and 3/4 inches. So now it's time for me to sum this driver up. And it's a shame that this review has been into the wind, as it has affected the driver distances. And I do prefer the finish of the SIM compared to the M5. And I would say the feel is normal for a TaylorMade. I know this driver is designed for increased club speed, and you can't actually feel any extra club speed, but the data look good. And to do it properly, I would need to, and I will, compare against the M5 in another video to see if there is any distance gains. So what I enjoyed the most was the forgiveness, and you still had the ability to shape the ball. So if you've enjoyed my review, please give me some thumbs up, place some comments below. Thanks for watching.